はい、パズルゲームの続きでございます。
Et voilà.
You are a lifesaver.
Or at least a dessert saver.
Thank you, thank you. I will gladly answer your questions.
住所を書いてもらおう。
Would you mind writing your address on this paper? I'm asking everyone on the train for addresses, in case I need to contact them once they leave the train in Paris.
I understand.
右利きですね。
Yes, that's it. Mademoiselle Nielsen is right-handed. Do you smoke?
No, I never have.
Thank you. Can you tell me your movements of last night?
Last night after dinner, I stayed in the kitchen until 12:15 a.m. Then I joined Jean and Hotaru in our quarters. Then all of us read quietly in our beds until we fell asleep.
A very studious staff. However, Monsieur Maury doesn't seem to have followed the same literary pursuit as the others. And these rum bottles, do they have something to do with his hangover? I know there is a clue somewhere to prove she's lying. She's lying, but why? I rather think that you didn't just read last night.
What makes you say that?
The empty rum bottles. Were their labels part of your reading last night?
My fault. I must have left them there before I put them in the bin. And these are straight from the bar. Our passengers must have drunk them.
I have my doubts. But why would she feel the need to lie? That deck of cards. I imagine that you didn't spend all evening reading.
Yes, you're right. We played a little last night, but it wasn't long. Nobody really wanted to.
Knowing about the card game does not seem to further my investigation. I spoke to Monsieur Maury. He seemed to be quite hungover. He even asked me to make him his day after tonic. He blurted out, "Freya always wins." Wins what? Looking around, it is clear you were gambling and drinking most of the night.
You don't understand. It's late when we're off duty, but we need to unwind. And now there's been a murder? Yes, I admit it. We went overboard last night. But please don't tell Mr. Book. It's against regulations. We could all be fired.
Mademoiselle, I realize your difficult jobs have been made more difficult. But as you say, there has been a murder. I must have the truth.
Of course. I'm so sorry.
It's not such a crime. I'll leave it there and check in with Monsieur Fauché. Thank you for your answers, Miss Nielsen.
You're welcome.
Come to Poirot, my exquisitely sculpted friend.
次はどうしたらいいんだろう。誰もいない。治ってんじゃん。
How are you?
It's better. Thank you.
Then may I ask you some questions? It will not take long.
Quickly, please. I have hungry passengers to feed.
Please write your address on this paper.
My address? I don't see why.
I think I hear Monsieur Book approaching.
My address? Yes, of course.
右利きですね。あ、入れ墨があるね。なんで入れ墨があるのかね、これは。右利きです。
Another right-handed person. Not surprising. Most people are. You are a heavy smoker.
My job. It is very stressful.
Would you happen to know who vapes on the train? A banana flavor?
Oh, yes. The smell disgusts me. What is wrong with the good tobacco?
I do not have time to answer that. Who is it?
I've only seen one person who vapes. It's Captain Arbuthnot.
Captain Arbuthnot. I see.
アーバスノートって誰だろう。
Très bien. Can you tell me your movements last night?
Oh, nothing special. When I went off duty, I joined John and Freya in a compartment. I read for a short while, then went to bed early.
Reading? I'm not sure you have recovered enough to tell me the truth. Don't waste what little energy you have recovered to lie, Monsieur Mori.
Yes, sorry, Mr. Poirot. You're right. It obviously wasn't reading that made my head hurt like that. But if you told Monsieur Book, it could mean my job.
I will keep your secret, but I am investigating a murder. You must tell me the truth.
Thank you.
そしたらね、
Your testimony was invaluable to me. Thank you. Take care, Monsieur Mori. My palate depends on your good health.
名前忘れちゃったな。さっきのなんとか大佐って誰だろう。いないね。なんとかかんとか大佐って誰だろう。死んじゃった人かな、なんとか大佐って。 かんないな。もう一回聞こうか。
You are a heavy smoker.
My job. It is very stressful.
Would you happen to know who vapes on the train? A banana flavor?
Oh, yes. The smell disgusts me. What is wrong with a good tobacco?
I do not have time to answer that. Who is it?
I've only seen one person who vapes.
アーバスノット。
It's Captain Arbuthnot.
Captain Arbuthnot. I see. You are a heavy smoker.
My job.
Would you happen to know who vapes?
Oh, yes.
I do not have time to answer.
I've only seen...
Captain Arbuthnot. I see. Your testimony was invaluable to me. Thank you. Take care, Monsieur Mori. My palate.
アーバスって誰だろう。アーバスこの人かな。これ一番最初切符を探してあげた人だね。じゃあちょっと彼に会いに行くか。鍵は女の刑事の隣の部屋なんですけど、この前ここに来る前に話しかけようとしたらちょっと断られちゃってるんだけどね。
Here is your key. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
About the little favor I asked of you.
Aha, but of course. I was able to get new allergy forms from guests who were in their compartments. Monsieur McQueen, Monsieur Masterman, Count and Countess Andreni, they are all right-handed. I also asked Princess Dragomirov, but she had her assistant, Madame Schmidt, sign for her. She is right-handed as well.
You have exceeded my expectations. Well done. Thank you, Monsieur Fauché. I'll come back to you if I have more questions.
So, Poirot, I hope you are progressing in your investigation.
I have not finished yet, but it is progressing, yes. I still have many questions that must be answered. I'll report to you as soon as I can.
で、自分の部屋だっけ。自分の部屋だね。
Captain Arbuthnot, I know that you are the only person on this train to smoke e-cigarettes. We found a vial of e-liquid at the crime scene. Will you talk to me about this, or should I pass on what I've learned to the police?
All right. Come in if you must.
時間が来ちゃいました。